Read the book, follow the instructions. All right, good. The protocol, okay, hold on. The protocol is over here. I mean, hold on. It's in the, you read the second page, right? Right. I'll put it on the table.
Daddy, can I have my chocolate?
We got. We live now. Quiet down.
I don't know where to put it on the food.
No, there's a little difference, a little slight difference. Just so you know, why you have to put this, you want to follow it. It's like, we're gonna need to move this table just because it's too close to the wall. So move that down. Just a little bit back, or for me, just so yeah, I wanna move the table here. 1, 2, 3. Once you start that transition, I put this one up. All right, then follow on. This is the piece on the left side of the pole, right? So that's going to be left side. No, yeah, I still remember because at the first, so that's how it would be from that view. So like, yeah, from that view, meaning that's seen on the left side. So like, and the second piece take position right here, meaning from the right view of the audience. And so the second piece goes the horn. And then you go to horn. Hiroshima. Present thyself and thy registry.
Hiroshima, Von Gad. Oh, okay. Bon, Hiroshima, Bon Gad, Bon Yashala.
Bon God, not Gad.
It's like a Bon God, Bon Yashala.
We will repeat. Hiroshima, we repeat. Hiroshima, Bon God, Bon Yashala.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat. Okay. Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat.
Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat. Right, no, wait. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, my bad. I don't remember it now. Yeah, I know. Because I know in the Passover, everybody came on from this side. Yeah, but you blow hold again, right? So you have to blow a horn, right? No, it's just to the party in the first piece. Right? That's what
La Yashala.
Hey, I'm gonna call you back in a minute. All right, let me.
First piece, second piece. Al-Madyam means to stand. Wafanya Hakudam, stand and face the east. East is that way, right?
Correct.
So which means he has to turn and face the
corner.
The same way every Sabbath. You take this off and
Go ahead. You move again?
yeah.
Do I need to turn it right or left? Am I right?
You gotta actually move.
Hold on. Don't do it.
Move actually camera. So
Right, so if I move the whole thing,
like items,
not working?
you get to only move the.
That's why. Tell me.
Both of them. Right there. And then actually move the camera.
So this way?
Right.
How we do?
Right there, perfect.
Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanaw.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Shabbat. Yahweh. Malakwa. Taba'ah. Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Aisha. Ba'aratiza. Kawa.
Hayah.
Washemayim. Thundernaut.
Lakam.
Cow.
Yawam.
Was a lock now. That's a lock now. Wala'ah. Abiyah now. One side one. Above. Mayan. Right. Kaya. Lakah. Amalakwa. Wa'ala. Watapara. Aman. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashem Yahushua.
Baruch Shah.
The Thundernaut.
Hakak.
La'Ba'ah.
Kal Makala. Kau Makala,
Kau Makala,
Wakau Marawa,
Wakau Marawa,
Haka,
Haka,
Latahar,
Latahar,
Hamatazaraya,
Hatamazaraya,
Haka,
Haka,
Lahakwi,
Lahakwi,
Hamafia,
Hamafia,
Haka,
Haka,
Arakawa,
Arakawa,
Hatamaala,
Hatamaala,
Lagarashan,
Lagarashan,
Bashim Yavashan,
Bashim Yavashan,
Wadama,
Wadama,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
please give us the power,
give us the power
to heal,
the power to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
the power to raise the
the
dead,
power against unclean spirits,
the power against unclean
to cast
spirits,
them out,
to cast them out.
in the name of Yahushua,
In the name of Yahushua.
thank you,
Thank you.
so be it,
So be it.
Psalm 121. Asha'a.
Asha'a.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Hahoria.
Al-Hahoria.
Ma'ayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Azoria.
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 Ma'ayin.
Ma'ayin.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemaiah.
Shemaiah.
Wa'arakazah.
Wa'arakazah.
Al-Yathan.
Al-Yathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shemorka.
Shemorka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'a.
La'a.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'a.
Wala'a.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shawamor.
Shawamor.
Yasha'al.
Yasha'al. Yahweh.
Shamar.
Shamarka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Al-Yad. Yamyanka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamarka. Hakaurai. Yashamor. Aptapaska. Yahweh. Yashamor. Taza'apka. Wabawa'aka. Ma'aita. Wa'ai. Iwalam. Aman.
I will lift up my eyes into the hill.
I will lift up mine eyes into the hill.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh.
My help cometh from Yahweh.
Which made heaven and earth.
Which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee.
He that keepeth thee.
Will not slumber.
Will not slumber.
Behold.
Behold.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
He that keepeth Yasha'Allah.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Yahweh is thy shade.
Upon thy right hand.
Upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
The sun shall not smite thee by day.
Nor the moon by night.
Nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
Yahweh shall preserve thee.
From all evil.
From all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out.
And thy coming in.
And thy coming in.
From this time forth.
From this time forth.
And even forevermore.
And even forevermore. And even forevermore.
Psalms 83. Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Damayalaka.
Al-Thakara.
Al-Thakara.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Wa al-Thashakwat.
Al. Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awayabyaka.
Awayabyaka.
Yahamayawan.
Yahamayawan.
Wa Mashanayaka.
Wa Mashanayaka.
Nasha'awa.
Nasha'awa. Ra'ash.
Al-Aimaka.
Al-Aimaka.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Ya'ariyamwa.
Sawad.
Sawad.
Wayataya Aitazawa.
Wayataya Aitazawa.
Al-Tazaka-Wanyaka.
Al-Tazaka-Wanyaka.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Lakawa.
Lakawa. Wanakakida. Magoya. Wala'a. Yazakar.
Sham Yasha'al.
Sham Yasha'al.
Aiwa.
Kaya.
Aitazawa.
Aitazawa. La. Yakhadwa. Awaka. Barya. Yakarafwa. Ahoya. Adawan. Wayashma'al. Mawa'aba. Wahagoya. Gabal. Wa'amawan. Wa'amalak. Palashak. Yashab.
Tazawo.
Gum Ashawo. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai.
Labanya
Lawat. Salah. Aishalaham. Kamadya.
Kasaya Sara'a.
Kasaya Sara'a. Kayabya. Banakal. Wayashwan. Nashamadwa.
Ba'ayan Da'ara.
Da'ara.
Hayawa. Yaman. La'adama. Shayatamwa. Nadayabmawa. Ka'ira. Wakaza'aba.
Wakatazalmanai. Paul. Nasayakamwa. Ashur. Amorwa.
Nayarishah.
Lanawa.
Na'ara.
Naara. Alahaya.
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 Shayathamwa. Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwa. Lapanya Raka.
Lapanya Raka.
Ka'ash. Kaba Ira ya Ira.
Kaba Ira ya Ira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Horyam. Kan. Taradama. Basa Ira.
Basa Ira.
Baba Sawapaka. Tabahalam.
Mala'a.
Hanyaha.
Palawa. Wayabakwashwa. Shamka. Yahweh. Yabashwa. Wayabahalwa. Ai.
Wayapakorwa. Wayabadwa. Wayadaiwa. Kaya. Atha. Shamka. Yahweh. Labadka. Alyawan. Al. Ha'arata.
Aman. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel.
Against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted. Against thy
Against thy hidden ones.
They have said, come,
and
let us come more,
and let us go to more
from being a nation,
in
the name of Yasha
in the name of Yasha
may be no more in remembrance, for they have consulted together, with one consent, they are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Do unto them, unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, to Jabin, the brook of Kissar, perished at Endor. It became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oran. Like Zehed. Yea, all their princes, as Zabah, and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves, the houses of the Most High in possession, all my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame set the mountains on fire, and as the flame set the mountains on fire, so persecute them, with thy tempest, make them afraid, with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they seek thy name,
Oh Yahweh,
let them be confounded, and troubled forever, and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame, and perish, that men may know, that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the Most High, over all the earth.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa
Yahweh Shah.
Wa
Mayaka'ah.
Wa Mayaka'ah.
Wa Alahaya. Matazab Ya'ah. Alawak Yahan. Ha Alawak. Ha Saranya. Ha Kwatazayanya. Ha Kayayoya. Wa Hawak. Yahweh. Ahashim. The water.
Amen. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yahweh. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
Thy teachers.
Thy teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
And the priests.
And the priests.
Like the priests.
And the priests.
And the Israelite brothers.
And Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
And shake loose the treasure.
And shake loose the treasure
of the rich of Israel.
Of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
And the nations.
And the nations.
And their drug dealers.
And their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
The prison system.
The prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues.
Amalek synagogues.
And armies.
And armies.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Roman Catholic Church.
The Pope.
The Pope. The
Egyptology.
Egyptology.
Aryan Nation.
The Aryan Nation.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Gay movement.
The gay movement.
The lesbian movement.
The lesbian movement.
Spies.
Spies.
Workers of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army.
Army.
Navy.
Navy.
Air Force.
Air Force.
Marine.
Marine.
Wall Street.
Wall Street.
Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
The cable access channel.
And the radio channel.
And the radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the
Of
spirit.
any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathens.
To all the heathens.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
Or try to stop us.
Or try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
Or broadcasting our word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plagues.
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 Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth.
Through the earth.
And consume them.
And consume them.
Let the plague.
Let the plague.
Shake the house of the thief.
Shake the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
Let Yahweh shine.
Let Yahweh shine.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucer.
Come down with the flying saucers.
And punish all the heathens.
And punish all the heathens.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
That it is the angels.
That it is the angels.
That have done it.
That have done it.
Cause it to be spread.
Cause it to be spread.
Through the media.
Through the media.
Throughout the world.
Throughout the world.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
Cause them to shake at thy coming.
In the name of Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
Sir, Yeshabi means turn and be seated.
What's going on? Can this be over there? Not, don't worry about it if you can't. Yeah, go ahead. So we're going to go to the book of Leviticus. The 23rd chapter is where we're going to start. We're going to do the whole chapter. We're going to do the Hebrew. We're going to do the English. But also today, I'm going to read where it's better in English. I'm also going to come back and read it in Spanish. Because we do have Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Honduras. We do have Nicaragua. We do have El Salvador. What I said, Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. All right. Just give it a little down. There we go. The sun is destroyed. She said, hey, Shalom, Yahushua, Taban, Shem, Yahushai. Yahushua, Allah, Shem, Yahushai, to Parshada in the Dominican Republic, and Yahweh, Shem, Yahushai, Barakatah, a su esposo. Vamos al libro de Levítico, capítulo 23, vamos a leer el capítulo completo en su totalidad. Lo vamos a leer en hebreo y después lo vamos a leer en inglés y también en el español para Latinoamérica. All right, so when you get to Leviticus 23rd chapter, go ahead, read 1 through 7 in Hebrew. She said that she doesn't hear any audio. What's going on with this? Dame un brequecito para Shadar. Go, you go ahead and read what I put.
So Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1 in the Hebrew. Wayadabar Yahweh al Mashallah Amar, verse 2. Dabar al Banya Yasha Allah wa Amar ta Allaham wa Aija Yahweh Ashar, the Kora'ah wa Atham, Saga Athma, Makora'aya Kodash Allah Allaham wa Aija. Verse 3. Shasha Yam Yam ta Aisha Mala'aka Wabaya Slaki Yabaya Wam, but Hashabaya Aya Shabbath one. Makora'ah Kodash Ka Mala'aka La'a Ta'isha wa Shabbath Hawa'ah La Yahweh Bakal Mawa Shabbath Yakam. Verse 4. Alama wa Aija Yahweh Makora'aya Kodash Ashor Takora'ah wa Athma Bama wa Aidma. Verse 5. Bakadash Hara'ashman Bawa Abai like Ba Arabai Aisha La Kadash Bayan Ha'irabyam Pasak La Yahweh. Verse 6. Waba Kamash like a Wabakamasha Aisha, like a Aishara, Yawam, Lakadash, Hazah, Khad, Hamatazawat, La Yahweh Shabbat, Yam, Matazawat, Da Akalwa. Verse 7. By Yawam Hara Ashman, but like a Makara'ah Kodash, Yahweh Lakam, Kal, Mala'aka, Aibada, La'a, Da Aisha.
All right, give my hand. You want to read it in English?
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 1 in the English. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be a holy convocation. Even these are my feasts. Verse 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. You shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings. Verse 4. These are the feasts of the Most High, even holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their seasons. Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at even in the Most High's Passover. Verse 6. And the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Most High. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. Verse 7. And the first day ye shall have an holy convocation, ye shall do no servile work therein.
Ok, ahora el español, Levítico capítulo 23 y versículo 1. Habló Yahweh al Moisés diciendo, versículo 2. Habla a los hijos de Israel, diles, las fiestas solemnes de Yahweh, las cuales proclamaréis, los cuales proclamaréis como santas convocaciones serán estas. Versículo 3. 6 días se trabajará, mas el séptimo día será de reposo. Santa convocación. Ningún trabajo haréis. Día de reposo es del Señor, en donde quiera que habites. Versículo 4. Estas son las fiestas solemnes del Yahweh, las convocaciones santas a las cuales convocarás en su tiempo. En el mes primero, a los 14 del mes, entre los 2 tardes, Pascua de Yahweh, es de Yahweh. 6. Y a los 15 días de este mes es la fiesta solemne de los panes sin levadura a Yahweh. 7 días comeréis panes sin levadura. Versículo 7.
El primer día tendrá santa convocación. Ningún trabajo de siervos haré. Okay? So, can you one more time read it in English, Babu Kushar, so we can go to the details of this in English and Spanish just real quick.
Leviticus chapter 23 verse 1, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, let me do the whole thing with this verse by verse. Verse 2, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, even these are my feasts.
All right, where is it, Salaki?
Yeah, verse 2. Verse 3.
Okay, so read it one more time, Salaki. I'm having sound difficulties, even though my microphone is projecting it. It is to what? I don't understand.
With,
I'm on my stream up Puerto Rico, ISUPK Puerto Rico. Huh? It is. It's on ISUPK because ISUPK Puerto Rico, they shut it down. They ain't even shut it down. They just, you know how it is. Parshada, hazte un favor y refresca la página de nuevo. Read it one more time, Salaki.
verse 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Most High.
Right, very quickly. Read the whole verse 2, then I got to read it.
Come. Leviticus 23 and 2. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Most High, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations. Even these are my feasts.
Y Levítico 23 lo dice, habla a los hijos de Israel y dile, las fiestas solemnes del Yahweh, las cuales proclamaréis como santas convocaciones, serán estas. So clearly, it's not talking to everybody, is it not, Tazak? It's talking to a specific people. It's talking to the Israelites, who are in fact the blacks, the Latinos of native descent, and the First Nations. No other people. This is only talking to so-called Negroes, so-called West Indians of today, so-called Haitians, so-called, like I said, not Latinos of native descent, so-called First Nations, so-called Seminole nations, the 5 nations of the Seminoles, okay? That's who he's talking to. We make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand? This book and these high holy days that we celebrate are our feast days. Okay, and the Lord said to speak unto the children of Israel, right? It says, let me get the English from my screen too, so I can follow. Right here. Just bear with me real quick. Okay, so it says, I don't want the English right now. I want the King James. There's this problem with the Christian church. They don't take the time to actually give you what the Bible says. You understand? What the Christian church give you is the path to go and continue sin against the Lord.
Right.
Now, that's what the Christian church gives you. But this is what it continues saying, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, right? Even these are my feast days, right? Las fiestas solemnes del Señor, las cuales proclamas como santa convocaciones serán estas. What is a convocation? Convocation is when you bring everybody together, right? But in this context, it ain't talking about everybody. How do we know this? Speak unto the children of Israel, is what it said, right? The word holy means to be separated, to be severed violently, separated. Meaning this group, who are the children of Israel, these holy convocations are for us.
That's right.
Right now, we here celebrating the closing of the Feast of Unleavened Bread.
Right.
Last week, we did the Passover. And you got to understand, black man, Latino, and Native American, Indian man, woman, and child, some Seminole Indian man, woman, and child, the 5 nations that you are, you know who you are. You got to understand that these are the things that we're supposed to keep, and not worshiping no wind, not worshiping the wolf spirit, or that spirit, or some stupid, ignorant, dumb foolishness that did not protect us from the Europeans. Go ahead.
Earth Day.
That's what I'm
Worship
talking
of God.
Why you think I'm saying what I'm saying? You are absolutely right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. A lot of native Indians are into that Wicca religion, which is nothing more than an offshoot of the Christian church.
That's
Like
right.
you gotta understand, First Nations and the other Israelites, you Latinos and you black man, West Indians and Haitians, you gotta understand. We did all this. We served everything. We became dedicated to everything. What good was it? Somebody tell me, it wasn't any good. Some of us worship a goddamn drinking bottle, a drinking glass. Some of us worship the filling. We made the liquor and the bottle
Right.
and the crack pipe and the goddamn cigarettes as our God. Look where we at.
Right.
All due to following after false gods.
Right.
But we have a real God,
That's
and
right.
this real God creates earthquakes, does
Right.
it not? This real God
Right.
actually brings about COVID-19.
That's
Do
right.
we not? This real God can make a truck run over your children in front of your face.
That's right. That's right.
This is that God we're talking about. Now, the other things that we worship did not protect us and still does not protect us against the oppressor.
That's right.
Now, let me come back in Spanish. Can I? Let's do it. Nosotros debemos, ¿verdad?, observar estos días feriados, o sea, días de santa convocación del Señor, porque estos días es para recordarnos cuando el Señor nos sacó de Egipcio, perdón, y destruyó a esos africanos, destruyó a los enemigos de Israel, ¿verdad? Y tenemos que recordarnos que estamos sirviendo a un poder que causa terremotos y causa huracanes y causa que delante de uno pasa un camión y aplasta a tu hijo delante de ti mismo. Este es un creador que trajo el COVID-19
Right.
y trae la sida y trae todo el dolor para castigar no solamente a su gente, sino a la planeta completa. ¿Ok? Ahora solamente los hijos de Israel, quienes son los morenos, los indios occidentales de hoy en día, los latinos de descendencia nativo, ¿verdad? Los nativos de los Estados Unidos y Canadá, ¿verdad? Nosotros debemos observar esta santa convocación. Lo que no debemos celebrar es el Día de la Tierra. No debemos celebrar cristianismo. No debemos celebrar fumando pasto, emborrachándonos con alcoholismo, ¿verdad? No debemos hacer nada de eso porque todo eso no nos protegió en contra del opresor. Nada de eso nos protegió. Continue, verse 3.
6 days shall work be done,
Mhm.
but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest
Mhm.
and holy convocation.
Mhm.
You shall do no work therein.
Uh-huh.
It is the Sabbath of the Most High in all your dwellings.
Ajá. Dice en versículo 3, 6 días se trabajará, mas el séptimo día será de reposo. Santa convocación, ningún trabajo haréis. Día de reposo es del Señor en donde quiera que habite. So you know what this means? That in a normal situation, in our own kingdom, and even now where you can, and mind you, we are in captivity. The oppressor will have you work on a day where we're supposed to take a break.
Right.
The rules and regulations pertaining to the Sabbath day is for the rich who have servants
Right.
to give us a day of rest.
Right.
Which in this kingdom, we see no day of rest. In this kingdom, we are so goddamn oppressed that you have to find some way to make ends meet. And unfortunately, in this oppression, some of us have become weak. Some of us have become disoriented. Some of us turn to drugs and alcoholism. Some of us don't even realize that our family structure can get destroyed by these vices. And,
Right.
I kind of understand why we do these vices.
Right.
Because the goddamn oppressor does not care about blacks and Latinos
Right.
and Native American Indians.
That's right.
Point blank, plain and simple. It's the writing on the wall. It's not design. It's right there. You understand? But we must take this day of rest if we can in this kingdom. Now, in the normal situations, we are to take it off. Point blank, plain and simple. And every man that has a boss position, you are to give your servants a day of rest. That's why it's in the law. In this holy convocation, The only thing we're supposed to do is come together and celebrate the Passover or the Feast of Unleavened Bread. The next one coming starts today, which is the Feast of First Fruits. There is no Holy Convocation today. However, on the 15th day, we are to come back together and do a Holy Convocation. Now, let me go back in Spanish. Dice, 6 días se trabajará, más el séptimo día será séptimo día será de reposo. Santa Convocación, ningún trabajo haré, día de reposo, Yahweh donde quiere que habite. Se supone, all right, bear with me. Se supone que este día normalmente, si nosotros estuviéramos en nuestro reino, no se trabajará. Y la ley del día de reposo es para que los jefes no fuercen a sus empleados a trabajar en un día donde ellos deben estar de reposo. Esto es un día de convocación. Bear with me. Continuing to breaking it down in English for me, not to talk while I handle this.
Come. What number?
Just go on verse 3. You can run it down again.
Come. So in Leviticus chapter 23 and verse 23 and verse 3, the 6 days work should be done. We're supposed to work 6 days. The Lord gave us a day of the week to make sure that we were not slaving constantly. Of course, if we were free and in our own land and segregated like the Lord commanded us to be holy, we would not be serving another nation of people. But of course, we integrated, we followed Martin Luther King, we integrated and joined the other nations in their cultures, and the Lord in his fury led us into captivity under them. After we come out of slavery, we are once again separate, and immediately we start to build up our own communities, our own universities, our own banks, our own towns, our own cities, with what little we could scrounge together. As a people and as a nation, we built for ourselves. Well, in freedom, where we work for each other in our own land, we are only supposed to work for 6 days. Just like Captain was saying, if you are an employer, these high holy days of the Lord, if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, you are not supposed to be forced to work these days or require your servants or employees, because there's no such word as employee, that's an English word. In Hebrew, we have servants. Your employee would just be servant, is what it says in the scripture there. 6 days you're going to work. This 7th day, where we are in now, is a holy gathering or a holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. Servile work is you are serving for your job, for your slavery. That does not mean you can't go and cook your kids something to eat because it's a Sabbath day. That silly Jehovah's Witness nonsense that fake Israelites teach our people, that is not correct. You understand? You're not supposed to work your job or your slavery that you would do for money on a Sabbath day. That does not mean you just sit and stare out the window waiting for the sun to go down like the Jehovah's Witnesses teach you. That's correct. That's incorrect. Right. It is the Sabbath of the Lord. Meaning this is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. You cannot go and make your own Sabbath like the Christians do, that go to church and worship every god imaginable except the one in this Bible on Sunday, which is their Sabbath, because they are sun god worshipers. That's why you see that halo behind the heads of those pictures and those Christian, icons and artifacts. That's why they got that light of the sun around them, because they worship the sun god along with many other gods. You understand?
That's right.
So the Lord said in all of our dwellings, we're supposed to keep this. If we are in Jamaica, we are supposed to keep this. If we are in Trinidad or Mexico or Puerto Rico or in Iraq, Afghanistan, in Spain or the Netherlands or in UK or Texas or California or Canada, wherever we are on the planet, we are supposed to be separate and we are supposed to keep the Lord's high holy days.
Damn right.
You understand? Damn right. Now, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord. The Lord is going to tell us what feast we are supposed to celebrate. Because the Christian preacher, first, the Christian church is the house of Satan, the house of lies, the house of deceptive. The main God of the Christian church is our oppressor. Whatever he says is the God that they worship. So if he says to worship Bacchus, then you'll celebrate the feast of Bacchus. They'll give it a Christian name. If he says to worship, who's the one with Mardi Gras? What's that? That's not Lupercilia, is it?
Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras. What's the god for Mardi Gras?
I don't even know, man. It's one of them debauchery feast days.
One of those feast days. If he says to worship Ishtar, which is the fertility goddess, then before you know it, you'll be celebrating Easter egg hunts for Easter, which is what Ishtar is, and no one will give a damn about the Passover because you'll be buying Easter outfits to go to church with Big Mama so that you can worship the sun god and Ishtar and everybody else that the Lord said not to do.
Right.
You understand? This is what you are supposed to celebrate if you are these people. You don't make up your own celebrations. You cannot celebrate anything else because they all come from the culture of another nation of people. From your Mardi Gras, your Mother's Day, your Father's Day, your St. Patrick's Day, your Halloween, your Valentine's Day, your New Year's Day, your Thanksgiving, you understand, your Earth Day, worshiping the God, the Mother Earth God, Gaia, praying to the sun, the moon, and the stars, you worshiping the zodiacs, you're praying in crystals. All of these things are the worships of other gods that heathens, this is their culture. It's not our culture. That's why we die from doing these things. You understand? It makes them rich. It makes our families and societies fall apart. We all end up dead or in jail or losing our families or communities. This is how we serve our God. You understand? So now in verse 5.
Hold on.
In Puerto Rico, in Honduras, Shalom Yahweh, let's also do these brothers. Yahweh Sham Yashabah Katam. What's his name? Super Kadak. What's going on? You Tuwa? Tuwa?
Yeah.
All right, Tuwa. All right. So what we verse we in?
3. We have 4 now.
4. Okay, so rápido. Estas son las fiestas solemnes de Yahweh, las convocaciones santas a las cuales convocarás en su tiempo. So, you might want to put it on mute too, also. Put it on mute or you just shut it down?
Yeah, I shut it down.
All right. Estas son las fiestas solemnes, right? So it says in verse 4, these are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocations which ye shall proclaim in their seasons, right? Fiestas solemnes significa eso mismo, ¿verdad? Celebración. The word solemn, if you don't know, if you look over to the research, means celebration, right? And that's what we're doing now. We are celebrating the Feast of Unleavened Bread. This is the closing, okay? You was in verse 5? 4. Continue. I know this because I've looked it up already. All right, verse 5, 5. En el mes primero, a los 14 del mes, entre los 2 tardes de Pascuas es del Señor. I'm going to continue reading this over now. Right? So entonces, dice in the 14th, let me see real quick, in the 14th day of the first month, even at eve, is the Lord's Passover, right? Which is what we celebrated on the April 15th of the white man's calendar. But to us, it was the 14th day of the first month. Right. Okay? Which, so that way you know, if you didn't know, New Year's don't start in the winter. It don't start in January. It starts when everything is hot. You're going to have to mute that phone out. Just put it on mute. It'll be all right. All right? Dice, estas son las fiestas solemnes del Señor, las cuales, bueno, perdón, en el mes primero, a los 14 del mes, entre los 2 tardes de Pascua es de Yahweh, ¿verdad? So, para que lo sepa, el abril 15, calendario del opresor, para nosotros fue el día 14, que es en el primer mes. Y si no lo sabía, el primer día del año no empieza en el invierno, concuerdo a lo que dice el opresor, sino empieza cuando todo está renuevo. It starts in the spring when everything gets renewed, right? Verse 6, it says, on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread unto the Lord. 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. He says the sound is Magan. ¿Tú me escuchas bien? ¿Me escucha bien, Magan?
don't see. Okay, hold on.
Can you continue while I fix this audio situation?
All right, hold on. Hold on.
Just hold on. Hold your peace, Gerard. Shalom, Yom Shalom. Just hold your peace, Gerard. Hold your peace, Gerard. Gerard, just hold your peace. Babu Bashar. You just hold your peace for one. I hear you clearly. Just hold your peace. I know, that's what it is.
Leviticus 23 and 6. So when the Lord is saying on the 15th day of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. 7 days we're supposed to eat unleavened bread, just like we got here. We in the feast of unleavened bread. We cooking, making unleavened bread, eating unleavened bread without yeast, without sodium bicarbonate, without baking soda. You're supposed to eat all of your unleavened bread. It is to make sure that your sons and daughters know that the Lord brought us out of the land of Egypt. That's why we do these things. It may not seem like an important thing for those of y'all, for those of our people that don't take the high holy days of the Sabbath serious. The reason why we have so much crime and murder in our communities is because our society revolves around the celebrations of other nations' gods.
That's right.
Instead of these high holy days that our God, the God of our fathers, commanded us to celebrate. So when your sons are robbing and shooting people and breaking in houses to get you Mother's Day flowers, you understand, to get Christmas presents, when the fight breaks out at the Thanksgiving dinner table, when the ex-wife and new girlfriend is sitting at the table together without being taught brotherhood, without being taught that we have enemies that surround our people that sought to wipe us all out and exterminate us as it is to this very day, they will take on the spirit of those nations instead of the Holy Spirit of the Lord, so that we can have a nation and be brothers and sisters and care about our nationality. You understand? So many times we see these marches, we see these meetings, we see these walks, everybody want to pray, light candles.
Magan, me escucha. Me escucha. I hear you. Yes.
Yes, sir. The sound is completely off, sir. If we can work on that, please, sir. The audience cannot hear us. It's pointless, sir. We're speaking, we cannot hear. If you can hear me, sir.
One, two. Yeah, something wrong with it. Keep going.
Come. Like, this is very important for our people to learn our heritage. Our sons and daughters are growing up looking for an identity. That's why OnlyFans has our daughters. That's why the strip club and the stripper pole and the gangs and the prisons and Democrat and Republican Party and our marriages fail and our families fail and our school systems fail because and our communities fail and become gentrified because the things that the Lord set up to unite and make us a people, we have cast those off so that we can go and join another people. But the Lord will never allow you to fit amongst another people. That is why our societies fall apart. You understand? This is how we put our family and our societies back together, by teaching our sons and daughters, every one of our people know the heritage that we have. So we can stop trying to be Muslims and Moors and Africans and Americans and a whole bunch of scams that just lead to another nation of people ruling over us and getting rich as we celebrate their heritage and have no idea what our heritage is. That's why the Lord said, these are the feasts, you understand, that ye shall celebrate. In their season, in their time, every nation of people has a season for their celebrations. Well, we are a nation of people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We have a season for our time, season for the Passover, season for the Feast of Unleavened Bread, a season for the Day of Atonement. We have our memorials to remember that Sister Esther, to remember Judas Maccabees. You understand, in the wars of the Maccabees and Mattathias. You understand? Just like America has their Memorial Day
and the Vietnam, and remember the Alamo and the Civil War reenactments, where the Lord says for us to rehearse the righteous acts and never forget these days. Everywhere we are, if you are Black, Hispanic, or Native American, God commands that we remember these days and celebrate them the way that the Lord set up for us to do. So in the first day, ye shall have an holy convocation, a set apart gathering. Everyone cannot join this
Can you hear me
gathering.
now? Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? McGovern, can you hear me? ¿Me escucha? ¿Me escucha? Can you hear me? All right. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. See. All right, just continue.
Come. The Lord said in the first day, you shall have a holy gathering, a separate gathering. You understand? That's a very important thing about our holy days, that we are not to join another nation of people. They are not allowed to be a part of our gathering to serve our God. That's why the Lord said to be holy. We are not supposed to be joined with them. They are not allowed to join us. You understand? It's a very important lesson that the Lord wants us to learn, that we are to be separate from everyone else. You understand? That's the first step to us being strong and coming back to our heritage, is to separate ourselves from everyone else's heritage. All right? It says, ye shall do no servile work therein, just like we went. All right? So we're going to go ahead now, and in the Hebrew, we're going to go ahead and do from 8 to 15. In the Hebrew, Leviticus 8 and 15.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 8 in the Hebrew. Wahakaratham, like a Hakaratham, Asha la Yahweh Shabbat, Yam Bayawam, Hashabaya Aya, Wakara, like a Makara Aquadash, Ka Malaka, Ibada la Aishawa. Verse 9, where you the boy Yahweh al Mashala Amar. Verse 10, the boy al Banya Yasha Alawa Amorta, Alaham Kaya, Tabaawa al Harataza Ashar, Anya, Nathan Lakam, what Karataza thumb, what is the rat, what Wahaba thumb, Aimor, it's like an Aimor, Ra'ashya, it's like a Ra'ashya, what is the yard come, Al, Hakahan, Kucha. Verse 11. It's like Wahanaya, Ha'aimor, Lapanya Yahweh, Lavatazankum, Mama Korah, it's like Mama Korah, Hashabah, Yanaya, it's like Yanaya Panwa, Hakahan. Verse 12. Wa Aishaya, it's like Wa Aishaya, it's like Aishaya, it's like Wa Aishayatma, Bayawam, Hanayapan, it's like it, Wahanayakam. Ha'aimor, Kabosh, Salaki Kabash, Thamayam, Ban Shanafwa, La Yahweh. Verse 13. Wana Makah, Salaki Wamanachafwa, Shanya, Aishara, Nayam, Shala, Balawala, Bashaman, Asha, La Yahweh, Rayak, Nayakak. Wanasaka, Yanyan, like Rabba Ya'ai, Hahayan. Verse 14. Walakam Wakwala, Wakwalya, Wakaram, it's like Wakaramal, La'a, La Akalwa, Ai, Aitism, Hayawam, Hazar, Ai, Habara Aidakam, like Karaban, Alahidakam, Kakwaf, Iwalam. Let a rock to come, Bakal, Masha, like a Mashabaf to come. At verse 8 in the English, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High 7 days. In the 7th day in the holy convocation, You shall do no servile work therein. Verse 9, and the Lord spake, the Most High spoke us like he spake unto Moses, saying, verse 10, speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. Verse 11, and he shall wave the sheaf before the Most High to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. Verse 12, and ye shall offer that day.
Oigan, tú simplemente donde dice invite abajo, agarre el enlace desde ahí. Continue.
And ye shall offer that day when ye wave the sheep and he lamb without blemish of the first year of a burnt offering unto the Most High. Verse 13, and the meat offering thereof shall be 2/10 deals of fine flour mingled with oil, an offering made by fire unto the Most High for a sweet savor. And the drink offering thereof shall be of wine, the fourth part of an hin. Verse 14, and ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears, unto the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto the Most High. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in your dwellings. That's it on 14 verse.
Okay.
All right, so 8, 14.
So we Leviticus 23rd chapter. I gotta read it in English and in Spanish, of course. Now that I got the sound of it. So from 8 to 14, right? You said? Okay. Levítico capítulo 23 y versículo 8 también. 8 dice, y ofrecerá a Yahweh siete días ofrenda encendida. El séptimo día será santa convocación, ningún trabajo de siervo harás. 9. Y habló Yahweh a Moisés diciendo, 10. Habla a los hijos de Israel y diles, cuando hayáis entrado en la tierra que yo os doy, y sigue sus meses, traerás al sacerdote una gavilla por primicia de los primeros frutos de vuestra siega. 11. Y el sacerdote merecerá la gavilla delante del Señor para que seáis aceptados el día siguiente del día de reposo. La mecerá. 12. Y el día que ofrecéis la gavilla, ofrecerá un cordero de 1 año sin defecto en holocausto al Señor. 13. Y su ofrenda será décimas de efa de flor de harina amasada con aceite, ofrenda encendida a Yahweh en olor gratísimo, y su libación será de vino, la cuarta parte de un hin. 14. Y no comerás pan, ni grano tostado, ni espiga fresca, hasta este mismo día, hasta que hayas ofrecido la ofrenda de vuestro Dios. Estatuto perpetuo es por vuestras edades en donde quiera que habite. Okay? So real quick, right? Let's go to, I'm going to read this from 8 to 14. Well, we're going to go into it real quick, right? So in the verse 8 it says, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire 7 days. And the 7th day is a holy convocation. You should do no work therein. And right? So, so right now we in the 7th day, which is the closing, a holy convocation, ¿verdad? En el 8 dice, y ofrecerás al Señor 7 días ofrenda encendida. El séptimo día será santa convocación, ningún trabajo del siervo harás. So, para que sepa que en el último día, lo cual es ahora, estamos ahora mismo haciendo santa convocación, ¿ok? En Nicaragua, solamente se está, ¿ok? All right. Okay. Hold on, somebody just came in. All right. So, okay. I got you. Just if you could, just mute your mic. All right. All right. So that's where we at right now. The 7th day. Estamos en el séptimo día. En el cierre del día pan sin levadura. Right now, it's the 7th day. We're doing a holy convocation. So right now we can go back to our normal routine of eating regular bread, right?
So anyway, verse 9 says, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, and saying unto them, when ye come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. So 10 dice, hablado hijo de Israel, dile, cuando hayas entrado a la tierra que yo os doy, y selles su mies, traerás al sacerdote una gavilla por primicia de los primeros frutos de vuestra siega. En otras palabras, eso es cuando si alguien tiene un terreno y siembra fruta o vegetales, lo primero que salga, eso se lo tiene que traer al sacerdote, okay? So the first fruits that you have, if you have a farmland and you put vegetables and fruit and whatever it is, you want to give the first fruits that come out, which would be the best fruits that you do get, to the priest. All right?
Right.
And that's what you're supposed to do. The reason is why. The reason is, I'm going to just give you the answer because of the time frame, is because the Lord don't want us to be greedy.
That's right.
And the Lord doesn't want us to be selfish. The Lord wants us to be brotherly with each other. And here in this oppressive state that we find ourselves in, this devil does not think like that. He wants to gobble up every grain of wheat, every grain of rice, everything that's on the farmland, and collect and sell it all to you. When you're supposed to only get what is in the center of your farmland. Everything in the exterior, round about your farmland, what you're supposed to do is leave it to the poor and to the stranger of Israel. That's their portion. The Lord don't want us to be greedy. And therefore, when it comes to the priests, the reason why you give it to them is because they work for the Lord. They're not in the field. They're not with the other tribes. Their main job is to serve the Lord, to do the service of the Lord. That's their job. And so this is the portion that belongs to the priest, and you give the best thing. And on top of that, you're supposed to, when in our land, we were supposed to take the best of lamb or goat of the first year with no defects, no cleft lips, no one stub and a regular leg, nothing like that. You're supposed to give a whole lamb or goat and take it after the first year, cut the throat, hang it upside down, let all the blood drain out of it, right? And you cut it open, and then you cut it in section out in parts and roast it. That's what we're supposed to do. And guess what? Give Captain Al-Qad Abarai my hand, because the lamb slaughter is just that. Like we live in scriptures. You know what I'm saying? You Christians don't.
That's right.
You Christians live, that's right, on whoring each other and homosexuality and all these vices. And don't do anything that the Bible says, and find many ways to not follow God's law. That's right. That's the reality of it. Now with that, let's really quick go to Exodus, the 12th chapter. Exodus, the 12th chapter is what we need. And basically what I want. Hebrews also, no, Exodus, the 12th chapter. I want specifically just to go right to it, right? You're going to start at verse 3.
Exodus chapter 12, verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, in the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, and lamb for an house. Verse 4.
Right. So speak unto the congregation of Israel, saying unto them, the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb, according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. Right? That's what we're supposed to do. I'm going to read it in verse 3. Hablar a toda la congregación de Israel diciendo, en el 10 de este mes, tomarse cada uno un cordero según la familia de su padre, un cordero por familia. Y eso es lo que se debería hacer. ¿Por qué? We're going to read to you why the Lord is telling us to do this. Continue.
Verse 4. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it, according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb.
Right. Versículo 4. Mas si la familia fuera tan pequeña que no basta para comer el cordero, entonces él y sus vecinos inmediatos a su casa tomarán un uno según el número de las personas. So what normally what should have been done is that, let's say there's only a household of 3, you, your wife, and a kid, right? So you get a lamb, and then you're supposed to go to your immediate neighbors, right? And say, hey, we're gonna all, because my family's small, but here's this lamb, we're gonna share it together as one big family, which is right which is right of the law, because what does that teach us? Apart from us, we have to follow this order, but it also teaches us to be brotherly and sisterly with each other. Like we don't understand this. The whole law is hanging on brotherhood.
That's right.
It's hanging on the love of the Most High, hanging on brotherhood.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? Where in America, church teach you to be the most selfless beast ever.
Right.
That's what you learn in church. You deserve everything to our brother. Church teaches you to be the most selfish, most undisciplined person you could be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of doing what the Lord say do and live, we'd rather not do what he say do and die, which is sad on our behalf. You know what I'm saying? When brotherhood also keep you alive. Brotherhood keep you safe. The Christian church do none of that.
Right.
Right? So, se supone que si la familia tuya es solamente de 3 personas, tú, tu mujer y tu hijo, ¿verdad? Se supone que tomarás el cordero y comparte con los vecinos inmediatos. ¿Sabes por qué? Porque eso enseña de 2 cosas. Primero, porque el Señor lo ordenó. Segundo, por enseñar que debemos tener fraternidad entre nuestra nación. Y eso es lo que debes enseñar a todos. Pero en la iglesia cristiana eso no existe. En la iglesia cristiana lo que existe es afrentamiento y codicia, y no lo que enseña la Biblia. Continue.
Verse 6, like verse 5, your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goat.
Right, so versículo 5, el animal será sin defectos. Macho de 1 año, lo tomarás de la oveja o de las cabras. In other words, right, it says without blemish, sin defecto, right? Like I just explained. It's supposed to be a whole 1-year lamb with no defects. It's supposed to have all its parts the normal way. I'm going to say it like that, the most simplest way anyone can understand. Se supone que el cordero o el cabro, ¿verdad? O what's the other word? Yeah. La oveja o el cabro esté sin defecto ni ningún. Se supone que sea un animal normal entera. Keep going.
Verse 6, and ye shall keep it up unto the 14th day of the same month, and the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Eso dice en el 6, y lo guardarás hasta que el día 14 de este mes, y lo ignorará toda la congregación del pueblo de Israel entre los 2 tardes, right? So when it says keep it up, it means you're going to keep feeding it, right? You got the lamb, you're going to make it nice and fat, make it, feed it until the 14th day when you come, and now you slaughter this animal. The reason why? So that way you can feed everybody.
That's right.
You want it without defect.
That's
you
right.
want it to feed it to everybody that's round about you.
Right.
And on top of that, right, we're supposed to do something with the blood, which is what we're going to read real soon.
Right.
Se supone que tomará ese cordero y le da alimento hasta que estén bien gorditos, preparados para cortarle el cuello y desangrarlo para compartirlo con tu familia y los vecinos si es necesario. Continue.
Verse 7, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses, wherein they shall eat it.
Y tomarás la sangre y lo pondrás en los 2 postes y en el dintel de la casa en que lo han de comer. So just think about your doorway, right? Your doorway has a door, right? But it has the header above the door and the 2 side posts. When we were to take the blood and put the blood on the head post, right? On the header and the side post, right? Se supone que en este instante tomarán y que se tome la sangre del cordero o si es necesario de la cabra o del cabro y tomar en la cabeza de la puerta y los 2 postes al lado sangre. All right, continue.
Verse 9. And not of it raw, Salakia, verse 8, Salakia. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, and unleavened bread, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it.
Right, so el 8 dice, y aquella noche comerán la carne asada a fuego, y panes sin levadura con hierba amargas lo comerán, right? So you shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire, not boiled. I'm gonna make it very simple, not boiled, right? But roasted with fire, right?
Right.
So which means what? That you have to, if it's roasted with fire, it's gonna take some time, right? It's gonna take some time, but you have to take that and roast it with fire, cook it all the way through, not boil it. What's the other way of cooking it?
Oven, bake it,
And the bake, not even bake it,
fry it.
or fry it, right? But roast with fire. You know, just like how the Peruvians, they take the chicken and they run it through the fire until it cooks nice and crispy and toasty because of the fire. That's what you're supposed to do with the lamb, or in some cases goat, right? Because that's what it said up above in verse 5, right? Bitter herbs, you know, it means like a herb that when you bite it, you twitch up because your eyes get all watery, like the onion, yeah, or garlic, right? When you bite into those things raw, it's bitter. Or horseradish, when you bite into that, it's bitter. We were supposed to eat it with that, and in addition to that, we're to take and eat it with unleavened bread, which is what I'm gonna do right now. Y'all can go ahead and kill some of that if y'all want to. All right.
So if you can take one of these trays with the shot and give the sisters some bread.
Right? So that's what we're supposed to do, right? Now, continue, verse 9.
Count verse 9. Eat not of it raw,
What?
nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the putenance thereof.
So, versículo 9 dice, ninguna cosa comerás de él cruda, ni cocido en agua, sino asada al fuego, su cabeza con sus pies y sus entrañas, right?
That's right.
Eat not of it raw. I know a nation that loves to eat raw meat, damn near. Right? What nation I'm talking about? Our oppressor. That's why I call it medium rare. Like outside being cooked, and then as soon as you cut it, it's just gushing with blood.
That's right.
We ain't supposed to eat meat like that. It's supposed to be cooking it through and through. In this case, it'll get roasted with fire and not eaten raw nor boiled in water. Right?
Right.
Se supone que no comemos la carne de cordero en algún caso de la cabra cruda, ni tampoco hervirla, sino comerlo asado de fuego. Continue.
Verse 10. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn with fire.
Versículo 10 dice, ninguna cosa dejarás de él hasta la mañana, y lo que quedará hasta la mañana lo quemarás en el fuego. So in the times past, that's what you had to do, right? Because we, like the scriptures say, rehearse the righteous acts, right? Does it not say that?
That's right.
That's what we do right now. What was that? Oh. That's what we do right now. Scripture says rehearse the righteous act. You can't eat if there's anything left over, eat it all. You know what I'm saying? Right. We are rehearsing the righteous act. In them days, in that moment, we could not do that. Why? Why could we not do that? You watch them out.
Like it, sir. Talking about leaving into the morning, sir?
Yeah, why could we not do that?
Because it would be raw meat that we cannot eat, sir.
No, that's not what it is. Not to stop.
We can do that because we was going to have to eat it in a hurry.
There you go.
Okay.
That's why we could not eat nothing till the morning. We were about to step off. Right now, we ain't stepping off nowhere, so go ahead, you know. We are keeping these righteous acts. In them days, we were about to bounce real quick, fast, and hurry. And we're going to get to that part to show you where we at, right? So, en aquel entonces, cuando dicen el 10, ninguna cosa dejará de él hasta la mañana. La razón es porque nosotros íbamos a salirnos de ahí deprisa. Entonces, no hubo tiempo de comer nada al otro día. Se tenía que comer todo rápido. Y si quedaba algo en la mañana, tenía que quemarlo. Hoy estamos practicando los hechos justos. Ok, so ahora cuando celebramos, si sobra algo al próximo día, pues se lo comen con pan y levadura, porque el otro día es el primer día de la fiesta de pan sin levadura. Pues,
Yeah, so like you said, if I could, when it says that and stuff like that, My question is, like when they separated the seas, like when we was going through there
Mhm.
and stuff like that, was there actually like a miracle, or was that just the
You're going
Lord
through the seas at that moment. Okay, so now you're just going a little bit ahead of time,
come?
a little bit past this event, is what I'm at,
Come.
right? But real quick, yeah, that is a miracle. Because think about it. Consider, when have you seen that in modern time where water gets split as such, where people can cross, right? So obviously, it had to be of the Lord, to make that happen.
That's right.
Could you imagine? You're running from the Egyptians. The Lord, right now, we're about to read where He's going to destroy all the firstborns of everything. The firstborn molecule, the firstborn atom, the firstborn fly and tick and crocodile, the firstborn humans that's in the land of Egypt, your firstborn cat, your firstborn dog, the firstborn rats and roaches, whatever moved in the land of Egypt died that day. It was a great slaughter from the Most High.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But later on, as we still moving along, like Pharaoh got so proud, he sent the armies, and he came with himself also to chase us down to do what Esau does to us today, kill us. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't just see blacks and Latinos, just be who we are. That don't equate in his head because he has a perpetual hatred for us. But definitely, it's a miracle from the Lord to get us through that water, parted the seas. So you imagine us walking on, and it says on dry land too. Parted the seas, and the land was not soggy, it was dry. The whole congregation of Israel, right down the middle. Imagine you walking and seeing fish, whatever marine life that you see on your right and on your left. And now the Egyptians thinking that they can catch us, the Lord closed it on there. Could you imagine all that? The weight of the water. They say it feels like way heavier than cement when water crashes down on you. We know cement is heavy. Okay? But anyway, let's continue. Urash.
Go ahead, say something real quick. Just to show the arrogance of the heathens. This is after the Lord has already plagued them, killed them, wiped out their economy, sent all kind of things that they could not explain with their own gods. The boils, hemorrhoids, the locust plagues, their crops dying, the water turned to blood, and then their firstborn died to cap it off. Then we leave, they still even that much more proud against the Lord with their desire to kill us. This is not something that we can march and cry or hold hands and make another nation not hate us.
And if I could, I'm going to give you a modern day example of how proud a nation is against the Lord. Look at Esau. When COVID-19 came out, how many of them bickered and, so that's for the word, bickered and bitched about using that mask, right? And complained that a lot of them started complaining that COVID is not really a real thing. I'm not wearing the mask. But that nation is so proud. But here's what they're not seeing. It's a chess piece move from the Lord. That's right. That's how He did Egypt. Send the plague. After a while, no, this was nothing. But Lord send another plague and another plague until they got the picture. Right now, we're at this point right here in the scripture, showing what the Lord did to them. Continue.
Verse 11. But thus shall ye eat with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand.
What did you say again? Repeat that again.
It's like with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand.
And this is verse 11, right? Hold on. Y lo comerás así, ceñido vuestros lomos, vuestros calzados en vuestros pies y vuestro bordón en vuestras manos y lo comerás. Right? He said we either eat it with our loins girded, shoes on our feet, and with our what in our hand?
And your staff in your hand.
And our staff in our hand to show you we're about to get the hell up out of Egypt. Quick, fast, and hurry. Y mostrando que de apura íbamos a salir de Egipto. Continue.
And ye shall eat it in haste.
And what?
And ye shall eat it in haste.
And what?
And ye shall eat it in haste.
Right? Dice, y lo comerás apresuradamente. Continue. right? Apresuradamente, o sea, el pan sin levadura, el cordero asado en fuego y con hierba armada y lo comerá apresuradamente. Continue.
It is the Lord's Passover.
¿Verdad? Es la Pascua de Yahweh. Continue.
Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and I will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and all the gods of Egypt. I will execute judgment. I am the Most High.
Now, you tell me. I'm going to read verse 12. Pues yo pasaré aquella noche por la tierra de Egipto y heriré a todo primogénito de la tierra de Egipto, así de los hombres como de las bestias. Y ejecutaré mi juicio en todos los dioses de Egipto, yo, Yahweh. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't read about a soft cuddling God right here. Did you? Did you read that?
No, sir.
Did you read anything about what the church say about God? God is all loving, right? I didn't hear that. I don't know. Maybe my eyes. Maybe if I did this. Let me see. Does it still say the same thing? You're damn right it does.
Church service.
You're damn right it does. Most High ain't to play with, yo, Christians.
That's right.
Y'all sadly mistaken about the Lord. God ain't soft like that. God is gangster with it. God, the scripture in Exodus 15:3 said the Lord is a man of war.
That's right.
You're going to play yourself out testing the Lord.
That's right.
Like, how many of us are in prison? How many of us in the grave? How many of us have AIDS? You want to know why all those things are? Because the Lord ain't to play with.
That's right.
The Lord can get gangster on us. And guess what? We were so stupid as kids, we decided to test the waters and not keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. Why the hell you think today my name in the world would be whatever it was, right? Had it not been for the truth, I'd still be who that person was.
Right.
And we would keep our American last names or our Spanish last names, which ain't our names.
Right.
It ain't our names. And guess what? Right now, you hear me talking my slave master's name. My slave master's language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, with me, you hear me talk two slave master's language, right? You know? Because while we as Israelites decided to test the waters, now we find ourselves here in captivity, in oppression, when we should have learned from Exodus. We should have learned from Leviticus 23rd chapter. We should have learned from Exodus 12.
Right.
We should have learned from all these accounts that are in the Bible of what not to do and how not to test the Most High. It's like you a child and you got a father who's giving you some rules and regulations. And you're a father and you already know the family of your father, but you want to go ahead and test your father. And thought, well, Daddy's not going to pull out the belt. And found out he didn't just pull out the belt. He pulled out the belt and gave you the world famous beat down on you.
Right.
With that belt for disobeying.
Right.
That's what our Father, remember it says, our Father which art in heaven, right?
Right.
What does that say? That the Most High is our Father.
That's right.
You understand? He's our parent.
That's right.
And just like any good parent who cares about their children, will punish them for disobedience.
Right.
Will punish them, and not because he hates the children, but he wants the kids to learn this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
You do this, and everything will be fine. But if you don't do this, I'm gonna send the Edomites after you.
Right.
I'm gonna send other nations after you. I'm gonna have them put you in captivity. Like he said, the Moabites and the Hagarenes, the Philistines, the Assyrian Empire. You know what I'm saying? How long we been under Esau's captivity?
Hundreds.
Listen, since the Greek Empire, so if you do the research,
Right.
we've been under Esau's captivity since the Greek Empire. What's it called? Since Alexander the Greek, that was in those days. Come man.
1200?
That long, man. That long. We now in 2022, right?
Renaissance was 14.
So that shows you what happens when children don't listen to their parents. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue. I'm gonna read us the rest in English. Keep up with me. If you don't understand in Spanish, let me know. But I'm quite sure everybody is here that's in the Spanish in Puerto Rico, Honduras, Nicaragua. Y'all all speak English. So follow me. Keep going.
Verse 13. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you,
Uh-huh.
and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
So now we know why the Lord told us to put it on the head of the door and on the side post. That was supposed to be a signal of him when he passes over and comes to destroy the firstborn of everything.
Right.
And he was going to pass over it.
That's
And
right.
if you were a smart Israelite and know that the Lord wasn't playing, that's what you was going to do.
That's right.
If you were stupid and dumb like a good old Christian, you ain't going to follow no rules and regulations. That's why your ass end up in jail. That's why you end up on crack. That's why you end up you're dead with AIDS. That's why we end up destroyed. So we didn't want to follow the Lord.
Right.
But if we were smart in this day, guess what? We did what he said. Put blood here, blood like this, and we good to go. Keep going.
14. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and ye shall keep it.
Hold up. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial. Now, I know that everybody keeps telling blacks and Latinos and Native Indians, First Nations, Seminole Indians, you know what I'm saying, all the indigenous of the Americas, that was in the past. You know, that's not, we shouldn't linger onto the past. Yet our oppressor lingers onto the past, does he not? Right. Every year we got to hear the same old sob story about 9/11. And every year we got to hear about 4th of July. And every year we got to hear about Memorial Day and President's Day and Independence Day, blah, 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 blah. The Alamo and all these other stupid holidays that have nothing to do with us.
Right.
But the Lord told us to keep this as a memorial. It's important. Like, don't tell me forget about the past. Hey, without knowing what the hell happened to us in the past, do you expect us to move forward with the right step?
Right.
You have to remember the past. Hey, all the other nations remember the past.
That's right.
And guess what? It helps them move forward. But us, we're told to stay in one spot. Now, that ain't happening. In the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under Command General Honor, we're going to remember these high holy days.
Right.
We're going to remember them and do the service and do what the Lord say to do because it's a life and death situation. Right now, Israelites, we are in a dire, hear me good, in a dire situation. You understand? Keep going.
And ye shall keep it a feast to the Most High throughout your generations. Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Keep going.
Verse 15. 7 days shall ye eat unleavened bread. Even the first day ye shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eateth leavened bread from the first day unto the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Israel.
Okay, keep going.
Verse 16. And in the first day there shall be an holy convocation, and in the 7th day there shall be an holy convocation to you.
Which is right now. This is the 7th day. That's right. We did it the 16th, which was the first day, and in the 7th day, a holy convocation. Right now, this is what we're doing. We're wrapping it up for the Feast of Unleavened Bread, and we're beginning today, tonight, which is why we're going to soon read in Leviticus, beginning the first fruits. As a matter of fact, we already went to that part with the first fruits. Keep going.
No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you.
In other words, you ain't out the first day nor the 7th day going out and making a paycheck. Normally, in our kingdom, in our service, that's what we're supposed to do. And some of us who are the bosses, and you in this school, you better not go out there and make them dollars. You know what I'm saying? You better come up in here and keep this memorial, keep these high holy days is what you're supposed to do. Take a rest. The money ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? We got to stop acting like and thinking like Esau, who thinks about rugged individualism. Esau thinks that if he don't do it today, he's going to lose the greatest opportunity ever, which is a damn lie. You know what is the great opportunity that you can lose? Not serving the Lord.
That's right.
That's the greatest opportunity that you can lose. Yeah, I ain't trying to hear nothing all the greatest. Damn, I missed this opportunity. Not serving the Lord is missing the greatest opportunity if you're Black, Latino, or Native American. That's where I'm going.
Verse 17. And ye shall observe the feast unleavened bread. For in this self same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Egypt.
Have you bought your what? Your
Armies.
Your choirs?
Armies.
What is it? Your Boy Scouts?
Your armies.
Your what?
Armies.
Armies. That's what he brought out the land of Egypt. And guess what? What do we have right now in the ISUPK? We have armies of brothers coming up. Congratulations to the Hebrew Academy 2022. Right. We seen soldiers this year. They wanted to come Yasha all night long.
That's right.
So that showed me something. These brothers about to get congratulations to Officer Magana Mop in Puerto Rico, who was part of that right there. You understand? Tabak
right.
also, an older brother, but he went through the Hebrew Academy and completed it. Congratulations to both of them, brother.
That's right.
Right? Puerto Rico and El Salvador. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You other brothers who didn't do the Hebrew Academy, you're gonna get your opportunity. But we raising up armies. In the UPK, we're not raising up choir boys. The hell and all that. If you want to be a choir boy, there's a place for you. They're hiring right now.
That's right.
Soft, tender choir boys up in the church. If you want to be that now, by all means, start right now and leave. But here we have an army. And it's necessary for blacks and Latinos and Native American Indians.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It's very necessary. We in the midst of World War III. Who's gonna protect you? Huh? Your weak husband? That ain't in the truth? Huh? Your father? Or Pastor such and such. He's gonna come and save you. They don't know. Go ahead, Captain.
I like it. And brothers and sisters is not taking that seriously, that the Lord is bringing this World War III.
That's right.
The Lord is bringing this World War III. Like God wants every nation on the planet to be at war. Civil war, international war, nuclear war, race war. You understand? And I'm telling you this in church. It's like a great big, like when we went to the slaughter of the lambs are there eating grass from us. Like you there getting fed by America, you're getting fed Christianity, you're getting fed Islam from the Arabs that are jailhouse Islam that you getting after you get out of prison. You're getting fed, the world is all one. Meanwhile, all of the other nations around you, they are looking at you like the way we looked out and picked a Passover lamb. When the Lord descends this society, all y'all talking about that defund the police nonsense, well, when you get a good taste of realizing that you are not on the same team as your oppressor, and there is no more 911, there's no more emergency services, you are going to find out how big of a mistake it was you sitting in that church, making those homosexuals rich all of these years, when you have no men around you to protect you. All of that mouth, all of that money, all of your half-naked pictures on Instagram showing everybody where you live, you understand? All of that is putting our people in grave danger.
Right.
You had better run in here, you understand, like the town is on fire, and this is a damn swimming pool.
Or choose the alternative. Stay where you at. And you'll find out. You'll find out one day how serious the Lord is. That's right. You black and Latino, Native American Indian. Yeah, we're giving you the opportunity. Not we, the ISUPK, but the Most High in Christ are giving you the greatest opportunity, as I said earlier. That's right. And now is that time. Damn right. Now is the moment. Like you understand. Look, in church, don't we get inspired by every word that the pastor says? Right. You fall for the stupidness that come out of his mouth. But when real priests tell you what it really is, you should listen. It's important. You should listen because it is a matter of life and death. You know what I'm saying? Or find out somebody, I don't know, if somebody with intelligence realizes the last 500 years of getting oppressed, getting knees put on our neck, getting lynched, it would say something. Right? You realize, well, we need justice. Well, guess what? I hate to tell you this, you Christians. Did Black Lives Matter give you some justice? Did Martin Luther King do it? No. Did the Black Panthers do it? Or the Young Lords? They tried. They could attempt, but failed. All these, listen, the ISUPK been there since 1969. to the Black Panthers, to the Young Lords, to the Martin Luther Kings, the Nation of the Fruit of Islam, Nation of Islam. What else? What else?
Marcus Garvey back to Africa.
1 Million Man March.
Oh man.
Marcus Garvey back to Africa. What else did we?
March on Washington.
There we go. You remember that right there, right? The BLM, right? No justice, no peace. I can't breathe. All that. And what else?
Brown Berets.
The Brown Berets, right? Oh, the Guardian Angels.
Oh, man.
You know, up in New York City, the Guardian Angels, right? What has that gotten us? We still went to prison.
Oh, we got the Moors.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The Nawabians, the Pan-Africanism, the Kemet.
Africa, man.
Yeah, right? And guess what? Yep, we ended up in prison still.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we have ended up on crack still.
That's right.
But guess what? How about we do this for a change? Why not just come under the ISUPK and get taught to look for justice the right way? How about that? Wouldn't that work better? I mean, I don't know about you, but I've been in this for a minute now, and I see it works. I see it works. It definitely works. I don't know. We buzz right here. We know it works. Totally. It helped clean us up. Totally. And guess what? It could do it for you, Black Latinos and Native Indians. It's just simple. Honduras, Puerto Rico, El Salvador, Nicaragua. It worked for them too.
That's right.
Simple as that. It worked. It helped change you. Like it took brothers out of prison, out off the streets. And normally we be your thugs, and you know what I'm saying, and all the bad elements, and changed us. And guess what? If it happened to us, it can happen to you too. First thing you need to do is contact the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's go back to Leviticus. We're going to leave where we at because of time frame. And let's finish up Leviticus, all right? I'm going to let you go ahead because I know you speak. Do the rest in Hebrew, and then we'll come back in the English, all right? All the way down. Come quick back there. Leviticus. You got to give this brother a hand. I'm going to say it straight up and down. Like I was at the Feast of Unleavened Bread, he reading, and I read fast. But this brother passed me. That's what I wanted, though, right? I read fast, but this brother, I'm not here trying to keep up. I'm like, hold on, but my brother, like, hold on, I'm not there yet. That's what I wanted. Keep going.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 15 in the Hebrew. Where you it's like what's the poor of them? Lakam, Mama Korafta, it's like a Mama Korat, Hashabah, Maya Wam, Haba come, Aymar, another Wakma, it's like a Hadanawak, will pass like a Shabbat, Shabbat, like a Shabbat Wak, Tamayamat, Dahayayana. Verse 16, Mama Korat, Hashabah, Hashabayai. That's a power. Hakamayam, Yawam, Hawa them, Manacha, Kadak, Hanasha, like Yahweh. Verse 17, Mama Shawabaf to come. Taba Ya'awa, Lacham, Tanawa, like it, Tanawapa, Shafyam, Shanya, Aishuranyam, Salah, Tayayana, Hamat, like Hamataza, the Up, like the Up Yana, Bakawariyam. La Yahweh, verse 18, Waha Karabdam, Ayla Halacham, Shabai, Slaki Kabashyam, Thamayama, Banya Shana, Wapar, Ban Bakwar, Achad, Wa Alayam, Slaki Wa Alayalam, Shanyam, Yahayawa, Ayla La Yahweh, Wamanak, like Wana Khatahma, Wana Sakayaham. Asha, Rajak, it's like a Nayachak, like Yahweh. Verse 19. Like what Aisha thought. Shasha Ayar, Isaiah, Akkad, Lachata'at, what Shanya, Kabashyam, Banya, Shana, Lazabak, Shalamya. Verse 20. Wahanayat, Hakahan, Afam, Al Lacham, Habakawar. Like it, Habakawariyam, Thamanawa, like it, Thanawapa, Lapanya Lahawa, Al Shanya, Kabashyam Kudash, Yahayawa, La Yahawa Lakahan. Verse 21, Wakaraba, like it, Wakara Thumb, Ba'aitism, Hayawam Hazah, Wakara Kudash, Yahawa, Lakam Kal, Mala Akaf, Ibadala At, Aishawa, Kakwa, Iwalam, Bakal, Mawa Shabbat Yakam, let the rocks like it, let a rock Yakam. Verse 22. What Quatazar come, Quatazar, it's like a Quatazar, a Ratas come, it's like a Ratas come, La the Kala, Pa'a, Shadak, Quatazar, it's like it, Quatazar, Quatazar, it's like it, Quatazar, Walla Quat, Quatazar, La the La Quat, La Anya, Walla Gar, the Azab, Ataf, Atma, Anya, Yahawa, Alahayakam.
Verse 23, Wayadaba al Yahweh al Mashala Amar. 24, Yaba al Banya Yasha'ala la Amar, Bakadash, Hasabayaya, Ba'akad, Lakadash, Yahya, Lakam, Shabbat 1, Zakar 1, Faruaya, Makwara'a, Kodash 25, Kal Malaka, Ibada La'a, Aishawa, Waha Corruptum, Asha, La Yahweh 26, Wayadaba, Yahweh al Mashala Amar, 27, Akaba Aishawa, La Kadash, Hasabiyaya Hazah, Yawam, Hakaparium, Hayawa, Makora'a, Kodash, Yahya Lakam, Wa'anyitam, Napashaftikam, Wahakoraptam, Asha, La Yahweh 28, Waka Malaka, La'a, the Aishawa, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazar, Kaya Yawam, Hakaparium, Hawa'a, La Kapar, La Kapar, Al Yukam, La Panya Yahweh, La Hayakam 29, Kaya Ka Hanapash, Asha, La'a, the Aina, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazar, Hanakaratha, Ma'anya, 30, Wakal, Hanapash, Asha, the Aisha, Ka, Malaka, Ba'aitazam, Hayawam, Hazar, Hanapash, Hahawa'a, Makwara'a, Aima, 31, Ka, Malaka, La'a, Aishawa, Kwa, Iwalam, La Doratikam, Baka, Mashabatikam, 32, Shabbat 1, Hawa'a, Tulakam, Wa'anyitam, Napashaftikam, Batha Sha'iha, Lakadash, Ba'irab, Ma'irab, Ibar, Dashabakwa, Shabakam, 33, Wayadaba Yahal al Mashala Amar, 34, Daba al Banya Yashala Amar, Baka Masha Asha, Yawam Lakadash, Hashabayaya, Hazar, Chag, Hasagawath, Shaba'ait, Miyam La Yahweh. 35, Bayuam, Hara'ash 1, Ma'akwara'a, Kodash, Kal Malaka, Ibada La'a, Fa'aishiwa. 36, Shaba'ait, Yamiyam, Lakwara'a, Takwara, Yabwa, Ashala, Yahweh, Bayuam, Mashama, Yamya, Makwara'a, Kodash, Yahya, Lakam, Waha Kwaraptam, Ashala Yahweh, Aitazarab, Hawa'al, Kamalaka, Ibada, La'ath, Aishwa. 37, Allah, Mawa'idi, Yahweh, Asha, Sakwara'awa, Atam, Makwara'a, Kodash, Lahakwa, Rab, Lahakwa, Yab, Ashala Yahweh, Ayla, Yamanacha, Zabak, Wana Sakyam, Daba Yawam, Bayawamwa, 38, Malabad, Shabbatat, Yahweh, Wama, Labad, Matana, Wafikam, Wama Labad, Kad, Nadarafikam, Mawa Labad, Kad, Nadabaftikam, Asha, the Sanwa, La Yahweh, read 39 on there.
Verse 39, Bakamasha, Aishar, Yawam, Lakadash, Hashabayaya, Ba'asapkam, Af Tabawa Ha'arataza, Dakagwa, Af Kag Yahawa Shabai, Yum Yum, Bayawam, Hawa Ashwan, Shabafwan, Wabba Yawam, Hasham Yum Yum, Shabafwan. Verse 40. Walla Quack, Slakia, Walla Kakafma, Lakam Bayawam, Hara Ashwan, Hoya, Aitiza, Hadar, Hadar, Kapat, the Mariam, what I now, Aitiza, Iba, what I boya, Nakal, Wayashamakafma, Lapaniga Hawa, Alahaidakam, Shabbat Yum Yum, verse 41. Makad, Wakad thumb, Afwa, Kad, La Yahawah, Shabbat Yum Yum, Bashana, Bashana, Kakat, I Walam, La Darak to come, Bakadash, Hashabayaya, the Kagwa, Afwa, verse 42. Basak, Basakat, the Shabwa, Shabbat Yum Yum Kal, Ha'azarak, Abayasha Allah Yashabwa, Basakat, Basakat. Verse 43. Lama Ain Yadaiwa, the Raf Yakam, Kaya Basakat, Basakwa, Hawa Shabbatya, Af Banya Yasha Allah, Hawa Bahawa Taza Yaaya, Afma, Ma'arataza, Matazarayim, and Yaya Hawa Alahayakam. Verse 44. Where you Deborah Masha Af Ma'aja Yahawa Al Banya Yasha Allah.
Read from 14 on down in English. What is it? 14, right? Yeah.
Leviticus chapter 23, verse 14. And ye shall eat neither bread nor parched corn, nor green ears until the selfsame day that ye have brought an offering unto your power. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath ye shall number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Most High. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour mingled, Salaki. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Most High. You shall offer with the bread 7 lambs without blemish of the first year, and 1 young bullock and 2 rams. They shall be burnt for an offering unto the Most High, with their meat offerings and their drink offerings, even an offering made by fire of sweet savor unto the Most High. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for an offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. Verse 20. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Most High. With the 2 lambs they shall be holy to the Most High for the priests. Verse 21. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day that it may be an holy convocation unto you. You shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. 22. And when ye reap the harvest of your land, thou shalt not make clean riddance of the corners of thy field when thou reapest, neither shalt thou gather any gleaning of thy harvest. Thou shalt leave them unto the poor and to the stranger. I am the Most High your power. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, 24, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, in the 7th month, in the 1st day of the month, ye shall have a Sabbath, a memorial blowing of trumpets and holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein, but ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, also in the 10th day of the 7th month, there shall be a day of an atonement. There shall be a day of atonement. It shall be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall afflict your souls and offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. And ye shall do no work in that same day, for it is a day of atonement to make an atonement for you before the Most High your power. Whatsoever soul it be that shall not be afflicted in the same day, he shall be cut off from among his people. And whatsoever soul be that doeth any work in the same day, the same soul will I destroy from among his people. Ye shall do no manner of work. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. 32. It shall be unto you a Sabbath of rest, and ye shall afflict your souls in the 9th day of the month at even. From even unto even shall ye celebrate your Sabbath. And the Most High spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel. The 15th day of this 7th month shall be the Feast of Tabernacles, for 7 days unto the Lord. On the first day shall be a holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work therein. 7 days ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High. On the 8th day shall be a holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. 37. These are the feasts of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, to offer an offering made by fire unto the Most High, a burnt offering and a meat offering, a sacrifice and drink offerings, everything upon his day. Besides the Sabbaths of the Lord, and besides your gifts, and besides your vows, and besides all your free will offerings, which ye give unto the Most High. Also in the 15th day of the 7th month, when ye have gathered in the fruit of the land, ye shall keep a feast unto the Most High 7 days. On the first day shall be a Sabbath, and on the 8th day shall be a Sabbath. And ye shall take on you the first day the boughs of goodly trees, branches of palm trees, and the thick boughs of lucky, and the boughs of thick trees, and willows of the brook. And ye shall rejoice before the Most High your power 7 days. And ye shall keep it a feast unto the Most High 7 days in that year. It shall be a statute forever in your generations. Ye shall celebrate it in the 7th month. Ye shall dwell in booths 7 days. All that are Israelites born shall dwell in booths, that your generations may know that I made the children of Israel to dwell in booths when I brought them out of the land of Egypt. I am the Most High your power. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Most High.
So, with that being said, Majum, right? The head priest was at Majum, right? Just right here, only here. Only here. Second piece would go the horn. Wine. Troy don't knock that camera down.
I already know how to do it. No,
La Yasala.
Right. Second piece goes the horn. Imagine what Panya Kodami's rise and face the east.
Lord's Prayer.
I will know.
Abanaw,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Shabbat Shemayim,
Wadash,
Hayah,
Hayah,
Shemka,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Malakwaka,
Taba'ah, Ratazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazak, Kawak, Hayah, Bashamayim, the Thundernoah, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Masalak, Kabawak, Kasalak, Kabawak, Wala'ah, Tabiyah, Vanasaya, Abol, Haloshai, Mayan, Right, Kaya, Laka, Malakwa, Wa'ala, Ahmad, our Father, the Father in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day, our daily bread, forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Go ahead.
Pray for the power. Yahweh, Hashem Yahushua, Baruch Thundernow,
the Thundernow,
Haka, Law Wakal Madawa, Haka, Latahor, I'm the Tazariah, Haka, Lahakia, Amakia, Haka, Awakawa, Atama'ala, Gabashah, Hashem Yahushua, Yahweh, please, give us the power to heal, all manner of sickness, and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name me Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121. Asha, Ayanya, Ahahori, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Azoria, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemaya, Rataza, Ayatan, Namawat, Regalka, Aliyanawam, Shemorka, Anna, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemorka, Yahweh, Kazalka, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Malayala, Yahweh, Yashemorka, Makau Rai, Yashemor, the Pashka, Yahweh, Yashemor, Taza'aka, Wabawaka, Maitan, Awalam, Aman. I will lift up my eyes unto the hill. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yahshua shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade. Upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day. Nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee. From all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out. And thy coming in. From this time forth. And even forevermore. Alahai, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Al Dashakwa, Al Kayahana, Awayaka, Yahama Yawan, Wamashinayaka, Lashawa, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yarayamwa, Sawad, Wayataya Aita, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakida, Nagoya, Yashakwa, Sham Yashala, Aiwad, Kaya, Nawai Tazawa, La, Yakatwa, Alika, Barat, Yakaratwa, Ahoya, Adawa, Wayashamalayam,
Mawa'aba, Wahagoyim, Gabor, Ramawad, Ra'imalak, Kalashah, Amnishabya, Tazawar, Yom Ashuwar, Halawat, Aimam, Hayawa, Zawawai, Labanjalawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadya, Kasaya Sara'ah, Kayabya, Barakal, Wayashwan, Nashamadwa, Ra'ayanda Arab, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shayatamwa, Kagawa, Nadayabawa, Ka'ira, Wakaza'aba, Wakazaba, Wakazalmanai, Kaul, Nasiyakamwa, Ashor, Amorwa, Nayabasha, Nalawa, Na'awa, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagawgala, Kagwas, Lapanyamaka, Ka'ash, Daga Kalahaba, Kalahat, Orion, Khan, Daradama, Masa'irika, Wabasawapaka, Dabahalam, Mala'a, Panyahab, Palawad, Wayabakwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahalwa, Aya'ay, Wayabakwa, Wayaga'aya, Yahawa, Amen.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh. Below.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
Thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee.
They that hate thee.
Have lifted up the head.
Have lifted up the head.
They are taking crafty counsel.
They are taking crafty
against
counsel
thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted.
And consulted.
Against thy hated ones.
Against thy hated ones.
They have said.
Come.
And let us cut them off.
Let us cut them off.
From being the nation.
From being the nation.
The name of Israel.
The name of Israel.
May be no more remembered.
May be no more remembered.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against
The
thee.
tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And Hagarenes.
Gabal.
Gabal.
And Ammon.
And Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Asher also is joined with them.
Asher also is joined with
They have
them.
hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah. Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
As unto the Midianites.
As to Sarah.
As to Sarah.
As to Jabez.
As to Jabez.
At the brook of Kisan.
At the brook of Kisan.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for
Make
the earth.
their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like
And
Oreb.
like Zed.
Like Zed.
Yea. All their princes.
All their princes.
As Zabah.
As Zabah.
And as Almunah.
As Almunah.
Who said, let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to
The
ourselves
houses of the Most High in possession.
the house of the Most High.
All my power.
All my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble
As
before
the
the wind.
fire burneth they wood.
As the fire
And
burneth
as
the
the
wood.
flame sets the mountains on fire.
As the flame set the mountains on fire.
So persecute them.
So persecute
With
them.
thy tempest.
With thy tempest.
Make them afraid.
Make them afraid.
With thy storm.
With thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with
That
shame.
they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy
O
name.
Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
Forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know
That thou.
that thou,
Whose name alone.
whose name alone
Is Yahweh.
is Yahweh,
Art the Most High.
art the Most High
Over all the earth.
over all the earth.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Yahweh Shah.
Wa Mayaka'ah.
Wa Mayaka'ah.
Wa Alahai.
Wa Alahai.
Tazab Yah.
Tazab Yah.
Wala So, Alawak Yahan.
Alawak Yahan.
Ha Alawak.
Ha Alawak Yah.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Saranya.
Ha Kwatas Yan.
Ha Kwatas Yan.
Ha Kayayahu.
Ha Kayayahu.
Ha Wak.
Wa Wak Yah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Hashim Yahushua.
Hashim Yahushua.
Wala
Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahweh.
Commanding General
The
Yahweh.
generals.
The generals.
The captains.
Captains.
The officers.
The officers.
Troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it.
The curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Evils and curses.
And evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us,
that speak against us,
thy prophets,
the
teachers,
the teachers,
the princes,
the
priests,
the priests,
the Israelite brothers,
the Israelite brothers,
and the school,
and the school,
send evils and
send
curses,
evils and curses,
and punishment and destruction, to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure,
and shake loose the
of the
treasure
prince of
of the
Israel,
prince of Israel,
that refused to give to the school,
that refuse to give to the
force
school,
their riches,
force their riches,
to enter into thy
to
sanctuary,
enter thy sanctuary,
send evils and curses,
send evils and
and
curses,
punishment and destruction,
and punishment and
to
destruction
the Edomites,
to the Edomites,
and the nation,
and the nation,
and their drug
and
dealers,
the drug dealers,
the court
the
system,
court system,
the prison
the
system,
prison system,
Planned Parenthood,
Planned Parenthood,
all the governments of our enemies,
all the governments of our enemies,
Amalek synagogues,
Amalek synagogues,
and
and armies,
the Roman Catholic
the
Church,
Roman Catholic Church,
the Pope,
the Pope,
Islam, Egyptology, Aryan Nation,
skinheads,
Posse Comitatus, the gay movement,
movement,
lesbian movement, spies,
spies,
workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, open up the internet,
open up the internet,
and the airwaves, the cable access channels,
the cable access channel,
and the radio channel,
and the radio channel.
convict the spirit
of
any of thy people,
that
seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, to all the heathen, that stand up. That stand in the way, or try to stop us, from broadcasting your word, throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro, through the earth, and consume them, Let the plague, shake the house of the thief, and the murderer, Let Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen, that come up against us, as we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, that it is the angels, that have done it, cause it to be spread, through the media, throughout the whole world, cause them to shake at thy coming, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it,
Yahweh.
Bashim Yahushua,
Barak Lanao,
Wayasha Allah,
Wahabaya,
Sapar,
Barak,
Rapah,
Hagun,
Yahweh,
Bashim Yahushua,
the water Amah,
Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, bless us, and Israel, and the school, bless, heal, shield, protect all of our loved ones, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barak Yah. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barak Yah.
Sister Yashavium, which means to be seated. Let's go ahead and sit down. Cover. Men of Israel, one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Ahmad Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barak Yah. Well, on line 2, you're supposed to be able to repeat it. One more time. Online, salute también. Oye, salud. Saluda online. Yahweh Shem Yahushai Barak Yah.
Yajibata, Sar, which means to turn. Sisters Ahmadim, which means to stand. Men of Israel going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Ahmadim Shabbat, Ahmadim, Barak,
Yahweh Shema L'Adam Shem Yahushai.
Yajibata, dismiss.
This concludes the service, all right?